God, this damn thing's heavy. Oh my God. Oh. I need a beer. One second. Oh. Welcome back to the channel, folks. This video is going to be an unboxing of the heavy-duty Powerstop brake kit for the Ford Flex. This is K6375, I do believe, which is both front and rear. I think this is the front because this box is heavier. The boxes are not labeled. If you've watched my channel, you know that my Gen 1 Flex does not have heavy-duty brakes. That's right, it doesn't. Which means the upcoming video I have, or will have, is we're gonna convert my standard brakes to heavy-duty. New calipers, new carriers. There's also supposed to be a brake booster, but we won't get there. Now, I bought this kit from Summit Racing because my local Summit Racing retail store had these in stock, and they price matched their competitors. You will find this kit on Amazon for $396. Summit Racing also has it for $396. And I found another website from a company that I haven't heard of since I was a kid, and I used to watch those, was it Spike TV or maybe TNN, where they had horsepower TV or trucks or 4x4. It was like every Sunday morning they had those car building shows. Well, that website was Jags, and they have the same kit. Once you add it to the cart, they show you the actual price, and their price was $363. And since Summit Racing price matches and they already had it in stock, well, that's where I went and got it. I don't know how long Jags' sale was going to be, so if you're in the market for brakes, well, here you go. So without further ado, let's crack this beer open. Let's crack these open and see what we got for our $400. All right, folks, let's crack this beer because I'm really thirsty. Do you like my beer opener? I know, I'm too cheap to actually have a beer opener. All right, which kit should we open first? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, help? I don't know. This one's heavier, so I'm curious to see about this one. Oh, here's a part number. Let's see. Does this have a part number? Oh, we do. We have 76 and 74. I wonder which one's the front and which one's the rear. I don't know. This one's heavier. The front's supposed to have 13 3/4 of an inch or 13 3/4 of an inch rotors. So let's go with this box, shall we? Safety knife. Oh. This is like a waste. Why do they do this? Why? It's a waste. Although, if you're really shipping this, you don't want this little box moving around inside. All right, so judging by, oh, these are kind of heavy. These look like the rear brakes, judging by this picture. They got some heft to them. Oh, that's cool. They give you the, this is the braking procedure when you put them on. We'll go over that when we actually do the brakes. So we have in here, well, they give you the abutment equipment. These are the clips. These sit inside a carrier. That's what the fingers of your brake pad ride on. This one looks like it's rubber boots for the slide pins. Oh, these are the front pads. Oh, they even give you silicone grease. So these are the front pads. I can't even get them out of the damn box. So there's the part number for the front pads. Well, how about we have it right side up, folks? I apologize. So there's the carbon fiber ceramic brake pads. I'm not sure how well ceramic is. I've never had a pair of ceramic brake pads that I'm aware of. I have semi-metallic, which is why my rims have brake dust all around them. So that's the front. More expensive pads that you buy usually include some silicone grease and the hardware. Cheaper the pad you buy may not include this, might just be the pads only. I don't have any experience with Powerstop. The kit that I have on there right now is a Stop Tech kit, and it came with hardware. So let's unbox this big. Oh my God. That bitch is heavy. Oh, Jesus. All right, so we've got on this, we know this is the front kit. Let's open up this box and see what these rotors look like. Holy crap. That's a big, oh my God. That's a big rotor. Oh, you can't even see the whole thing. How about now? That's a big rotor. Oh. And they're even labeled. This says front passenger side. So as you can see, heavy duty, this hat right here is actually vented now, as the vanes are vented, which is the vented rotor. This thing is huge. Looks much larger than the rotors I got on there now. And it looks slightly thicker too. Might be why I had to buy new brakes. Okay, so there's the front. Nothing else is in here other than the front driver's side. Ouch. Let me know in the comments. Do you think we should paint the hat? And if you do, what color? Oh. Wow. That's pretty impressive. Them some big rotors. All right, so with this being K376, this must be the rear. You know, the last brake kit I bought, the Stop Tech kit, all 4 rotors and both sets of pads came in one box. This box is really dirty. Do you see the dust on this tape right here? Maybe? You see this dust right here? Must have sat in the warehouse a very, very long time. Top of this is dirty too. Anyway, we have more of this. Oh, yeah. This is the rear. Look how small that box is. So I would assume we have the same, if these are Evolution pads, carbon fiber, sport. Let me know in the comments, have you guys out there used this pad? And if you have, what's your feedback? Are they pretty good? Hopefully I have less brake dust. And we have, well, I like how they put the braking procedure for their pads right here on the box. That's pretty cool. But this must be the same. Yep, the rubber sleeves, more abutment hardware for the clips, more grease, and the actual pads themselves, which those don't look much different. These don't look much different than what I already have now. Well, that's all that's in that box. Now let's try and get these rotors out. Oh! part numbers if anybody wants them. Now the big difference between the standard duty brakes and the heavy duty brakes is the front rotor is larger, 13 3/4 is the new rotor, and the rear rotor is no longer a single piece of metal, a single disc brake. The rear rotors are vented now. I'm not sure if they're larger. Oh, they look larger. Well, oh, even these are labeled. Oops, I hit the camera. Even these are labeled rear driver's side. And as you can see, these are vented. Standard duty brakes, it's just a single piece of blank disc, or it's a single disc that is not vented at all. So rather than having two sides right here and vents down the middle, you just have one thin piece of metal and that'd be it. Now, as you probably noticed, with the front, there's holes right here and there's a slot. Different styles of rotors. You have slotted, which is this slot right here, and then you have drilled, which is this, and then you have a combination of drilled and slotted. You also have blank, which is nothing on the pad surface at all. Is there differences between them? It's a very complicated subject. The short answer is in everyday, simple driving to and from school, work, the grocery store, the slots or the drills are going to be more for show. If you're tracking your vehicle, you don't want drilled, because on a racetrack, you get the rotor really hot and you might have cracking around these drilled points. Personally, I've never had a drilled rotor, so this will be a new experience for me, and I don't track my flex. I don't live in Germany, and I can't drive on the Nürburgring, but I would love to take my flex over there and drive it once. But for everyday driving, these rotors would do above average. They will do great. Another thing is with the rotor being wet, when you use the brakes, the holes allow somewhere for the moisture to go. Sometimes they are directional rotors, like this says rear driver side. The other one's gonna say, or it should say, rear passenger side. And that has to do with the vanes in the rotor itself. Some of them are unidirectional and they fit left or right, and some rotors have specific directional vanes. They only fit one specific side. So as you can see, they're not actually universal, the directional marks. So these are directional rotors. That makes it nice to have, or nice to know. You don't want to put these on the wrong side. And these do come with this little hole for the rotor holding bolt, if you still have yours. I do believe my front one is drilled out. I don't remember. And by now, if you have a flex as old as mine, you probably drilled them out or lost them and don't really care. They're only on there to hold the rotor anyway. I thought about painting these two so they don't get so rusty. The trick is going to be to paint the inside vanes, because once rust starts in here and works its way out, it's going to look like those rotors do over there, and you're going to have edges of rust out here. Because theoretically, the brake pad is only in between my thumb and my index finger, and that's it. There shouldn't be any rust anywhere else. I didn't see too many other kits online that you could buy that included all the same brand of rotor and the same brand of brake pad. StopTech does make a kit, but when I went to Car ID, the kit was out of stock. This kit is also on Car ID, and it was like $400 some odd. With that, I did find something, notice, really hilarious. Is right here, it says, warning, cancer and reproductive harm. Follow this website. Yay. What do you know? Thank you guys for watching this very short video. That's all we have for this unboxing of the heavy duty brake kit for the Ford Flex. Have a good evening, folks. I will see you in the next one. That's not a dog, that's a football. My parents have Great Danes, so anything smaller than that's not really a dog.